What's up, all my movie-loving maniacs? This your boy Bankful B of the Lassiter Factor, and with the release of Sinners, I thought I'd stop and rank all five of Ryan Coogler's films, from least favorite to favorite. Now, if you've seen my review of Sinners, you know that Ryan Coogler is a modern filmmaker that I have a lot of love and admiration for, and in my opinion, he has yet to make a bad film. So I thought it'd be fun to stop and rank each of his films. Now, I am ranking each of his films based off of my enjoyment of each film, how each of his films has sat with me since I've seen them for the first time, and of course on a filmmaking level. So let's get into it. In last place is Black Panther Wakanda Forever, which I know kind of splits some audiences. But a lot of people, myself included, also understand that Ryan Coogler, he was dealt a bad hand with the passing of Chadwick Boseman. So he had to put something together that not only honors and respects the legacy of Chadwick Boseman, but also find a worthy sequel to that first film. A lot of people felt like Letitia Wright as Princess Shuri should not have been the next Black Panther. Some people feel like they should have just recast T'Challa. But for me, I really enjoyed this film. I don't love it as much as I loved the first Black Panther film, but I thought Ryan Coogler, he did an excellent job of making a movie that not only respects the legacy of Chadwick Boseman, but also finds a way to basically move forward with this section of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The reason the reason I have this movie as my least favorite is because I just think the next four movies are just a little bit more better than this movie. But also in context of the greater MCU, I feel like this movie leaves you with more questions than answers. And unlike Sinners, which was recently released, I've had more time for this movie to sit with me, and where this movie stands with me with Ryan Coogler's films, it just stands as my least favorite. But that doesn't mean I dislike this movie. I still think this is an excellent movie. It's a worthy sequel. Like I said, Ryan Coogler, he was dealt a bad hand, and I felt that he rose above and made a good film. And as far as I'm concerned, this is still one of the best Marvel movies post Endgame. In fourth place is Fruitvale Station, which is Ryan Coogler's first film. He came out swinging with this film. It is based on a true story. It is about Oscar Grant, who had his life cut short, unfairly cut short, I must say. But what Ryan Coogler did with this film, it basically takes place over the course of one day in which it is this man's last day. We see his relationship with his daughter and how he was trying to make changes within his life, but then it was ultimately just too late for him. And yeah, anybody that looks like me can definitely understand how this movie is heartbreaking. I really do love this movie. It was one of my favorite films of 2013. The reason I have it in fourth place is because it's just one of those movies that I don't see myself watching over and over again because of what it's about, and I just don't want to put myself through that. But it's definitely a movie that you should watch at least once, especially given what the world that we're living in today. All things considered, you definitely should watch this movie just to have a little bit more empathy in your heart. And this movie was definitely the start of a great director actor partnership with Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan. And it was definitely the movie that, let's say, jump started Michael B. Jordan's career to what it is now. In third place is Sinners, which I know for a lot of people right now that has stopped and ranked Ryan Coogler's films might have it just a little bit higher, and you're not wrong for feeling like that. But for right now, I'm just have it at third place because I don't want it to be recency bias. I want just a little bit more time for this movie to sit with me before I put it a little bit higher. But I feel like third place is just a good spot to put it, and rightfully so because like I said in my review of this movie, this is an original film that he made. It's not based on a pre-existing property. It's not based on a true story. This is something completely original. It's genre bending. It's a period piece. And Ryan Coogler, he put his foot in this movie. Michael B. Jordan, he clocks into work acting wise. Everyone clocks into work acting wise in this movie. I'm still processing this movie, and this movie, at least to me, definitely solidifies Ryan Coogler as one of the best modern working filmmakers today. I just love everything about this movie, from the aesthetic, the acting, the setting, the music. I can't say it enough. If you have not seen Sinners, get off your ass and go see it now. At number two is Black Panther. And honestly, what can I say about this movie that hasn't been said? Like this, there's no words can describe how much this movie means to me, both as a fan of superheroes, as a fan of comic books, as a fan of black film, as a fan of film in general, and the cultural impact that this movie had just cannot be ignored. Above all those things that I said this movie is, it is still a good movie. It is a geopolitical drama. Chadwick Boseman, rest in peace. Michael B. Jordan won the second best villain within the Marvel Cinematic Universe simply because not he may have lost the battle, but he won the moral war. He's one of the best because he actually made the hero of the movie actually change and see his point of view. You may not have you may not have liked his methods, but he was still right. The way Ryan Coogler brought the world of Wakanda to the big screen was just. I remember I saw this movie 3 times in the theater. The first time I took my whole family to go see it. The second time I took the cousin of one of my roommates at the time to go see this. And of course, the third time I saw it was when I was marathoning leading up to Infinity War. Wakanda Forever, I saw it twice in the theater. The first time was on opening weekend, and then the second time I took my whole family to go see it. But that first film is just one of those movie experiences that I will never forget. I'm just happy it happened in my lifetime. And even if you take away all the cultural importance of this movie, it is still a pretty solid movie. And finally, at number one is Creed. Man, this is the 7th movie in a series in which, at this point, Sylvester Stallone, he was done with Rocky, but then Ryan Coogler, he came in and said, hey, Sly, maybe I know you put Rocky to bed 10 years prior to this movie, but maybe there's more stories that can be told, not necessarily about Rocky, but about other characters within this universe. And that's how we got Creed, the son of Apollo Creed, Adonis Creed, played by Michael B. Jordan. I remember when this movie came out, it was one of my favorite movies of the year. It came out. In fact, it was my favorite movie of 2015. I just remember how I felt after watching it, because not only it's a good Rocky movie, but it was Ryan Coogler's second film, in which this really was the movie that made me want to watch him as a filmmaker, because he came out with Fruitvale Station first, and then he made this movie. I'm like, yo, this is someone that you really need to watch right here. And of course, it also solidified the partnership between him and Michael B. Jordan within this film. Ryan Coogler somehow made my favorite entry within the Rocky franchise. And yeah, it may be a little bit derivative of that very first Rocky movie, but at the same time, he made it in a more modern setting. He improved upon it. Not that the first Rocky movie needed to be improved, but he put it under a new context. I mean, Ryan Coogler, he used to watch those movies with his dad all the time, which is why he put a lot of love and care into this film right here. Creed is my favorite Ryan Coogler film because he basically made a new modern underdog story within the Rocky franchise, and it made Ryan Coogler one to watch as a filmmaker. In fact, if it wasn't for this film, he wouldn't have gotten the Black Panther gig. And that's my ranking of all 5 Ryan Coogler films. Here's a recap of that ranking. You can check it out on my Letterboxd, which is at Lassiter Factor. Please check it out. It's up now. Thank y'all so much for watching. Did you like this ranking? How would you rank Ryan Coogler's films? Let me know in the comments section below. This is your boy Bankful B of the Lassiter Factor. Stay safe. Wash your hands. Peace.